Rachel Burke, welcome.
Thank you, Mark.
To Business Insider.
Thank you.
What does the Rachel Burke organisation do?
Well, our niche is to really help business people sell what they do. So I suppose I coach and mentor and train service-based professionals to feel incredibly confident when someone says, so, what do you do? And they just say it with style and panache, and they say it so that it's really compelling, and the person goes, wow, tell me more.
And never has it been more important.
No, absolutely not. It's so important to be able to talk about what you do and to be able to say it in a way that's compelling, so other people are really interested in your service. So they say, wow, I love that. Tell me more about that.
So do you sell selling or do you sell communication, do you think?
It is communication. I mean, it's you have to be somebody who draws others into you. So there's a whole level of knowing how to influence others and be charismatic. And then you need to be someone who is fantastic with your communication. So you do need masterful communication skills and an ability to influence others. And then you need to know the system of taking somebody from not knowing anything about what you do to saying, thank you very much, I'll have that, sign me up.
Yeah. So is it a natural thing? Well, we might go back to that first question. Is selling a dirty word, do you think?
Well, I love it. To a lot of people it is, until you realise you can't make money unless you sell.
Is there a flaw, is there a common flaw amongst poor salesmen or salespeople, do you think?
Absolutely, but I really think that if people are bad at sales and the pushy style of salesmen and the really scripted, ugly sort of sales, they just don't fly. They can't fly anymore. They're not making money and they're getting pushed out of business. People are smart. People are too smart. They won't deal with people like that. So if you're a person full of integrity and you absolutely love and believe in what you do, and then you know exactly how to bring that out in somebody else and ask them the right type of questions. If you're a buyer's coach rather than a salesman, then you are going to fly. And you can, it's a system that you can learn, and it's so much fun because you don't feel like you're a pushy salesperson, you feel like you're a buyer's coach.
It's a nice position. Have you trademarked buyer's coach?
No, I haven't. And I will very quickly.
Oh, sorry, I've just got to no. Okay. So where's your training from? What have you done to get here? I've
been in business all my life. So straight out of university, I've got a human movement degree. And with that, I went straight into owning my own personal training business. So at the age of 22, I had to get out and get clients. So I learned very quickly how to engage other people so that they were really interested in what I did. And so on the experience side, been in business all my life. So, for almost 20 years. From a educational point of view, I've got a 4-year human movement degree, and then I'm also a trainer of neurosemantics and a trainer of NLP. And also my absolute passion at the moment, and has been for the last 18 months, is the neuroscience of leadership. So I've gone very deeply into neuroscience and how our brain affects everything we do. So understanding the hardware. So if our brain is our hardware, how to get the most out of our brain so that we can also get the best out of our mind, and how that can massively produce phenomenal results. So my tagline in my business is your brain, your mind, your potential. Because if you know how to get the most out of yourself in your brain, then your mind, then you can totally fulfill your potential.
Okay. Who do you work with?
My clients. What type of clients?
Yeah, what type?
I normally work with, I've worked with a range of clients. So I always say, if I was to put it in a nutshell, my favorite type of client is those that are already good. They're at a level of success already, and they are talented at what they do, and they want to be superb. So it's not working with people who are bouncing along the bottom, because my style is probably a little bit too confronting and people call me compassionately confronting. That's because I sort of like, come on, let's get the job done.
You can do this.
Yes.
But often those people bouncing along the bottom are there because they want to be there.
They are. They're not coachable. I mean, you would know yourself. Some people want it really badly, and some people just are happy to bounce along the bottom. And my clients are the ones who want it really badly. They come to me and they say, Rachel, I want this, and I say, are you willing to do whatever it takes?
How do you market yourself then, Rachel?
My business has been very much word of mouth. So for my whole 20 years in business has been very much word of mouth. I now speak a lot as well, so I get out and I talk. I'm very happy to, if I'm invited to groups that they'd like me to speak for them, I'd love to do that. I'm also actually developing programs and packages that I will be selling online now as well. So I want to have an entry level for any person. So if they just would like to get to know me and what I do, then there's certain products that they can have for that. And then if they'd like to go into my mentoring programs, then I would absolutely love that if they're the right person for the job.
Okay, we might need to get you to the premier professional group, Wild Fig, as a speaker. We'll talk about that later.
Fantastic, love to.
Starting out in business, you've always had to sell yourself.
Yes.
Is there something that you wish you knew, or that you know now that you wish you knew then when you started?
Yes, the faster you get a mentor, the faster you succeed. So had I had known that, I was, probably because I was so good at selling myself when I was younger and selling what I do, I had a funny story. I've always believed this, that I never go to a single social function without leaving with clients. If I go to a wedding and someone's sitting next to me, they're bound to come and start coaching with me straight away. So I have a bit of fun with it, but that probably, because I was good at that and I was good at attracting clients, that kept me in a comfort zone that was quite comfortable. Now I know that to push yourself out of the comfort zone, the faster you can work with people who have been there, done that, and are really excelling and achieving amazing things in their life and in business, then as soon as you get in with them, then you just get pulled straight out of your comfort zone.
Do you pay for your mentors? Or
yeah, I do. So absolutely. Some people, I do pay for my mentors. I've also got mentors that I don't pay for. So I've got a range of people that I go to and are coached by or ask questions of. That has been the fastest, what should I say, expansion of my growth and success possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
With that rapid growth, is there stuff that you see that you would love to change? Do you have a rant? Do you have something you would like to see changed in business if you could change it?
This is why I do what I do. I suppose, I don't call it a rant, I've never thought of it that way, but I get so sad when people are scared to sell. My gosh, people who have gone into business, so service-based professionals are there because they absolutely believe in what they do. They love what they do. Their heart and soul is in it, and normally a very large chunk of their cash as well. And when they're scared to sell because they think it's a dirty word, and they don't know what to say when somebody approaches them, and my goodness, they don't even take every warm lead into a client. They don't even know how to do that. I just find that just so sad that that's the case. And this is why I do what I do, because I want people to fly. It's easy. It's a system. It's an attitude. It's learnable.
I think it is learnable because they are technicians.
Yeah.
And your opportunity is to turn them into powerful advocates for their
Absolutely.
products.
It's my belief is you are doing your clients a disservice if you can't explain to them what you do and get them excited enough to work with you. Then you've lost them and they don't get a chance to work with you. So if you fully believe that what you do is going to change their life or massively add value to their life or their business, then if they leave without purchasing, then you've done them a massive disservice because they needed you. And it's my belief that when someone's talking to you about what you do, 80% of them inside themselves is sold. All you need to do is convince the last 20% that you're the right person for the job. And it's so sad when people can't do that because it's easy to do. It's as I said, it's a learnable, fun thing.
Where is your business now? Do you do work with clients on the coast as well as?
Yes,
around?
Absolutely. My business is international actually.
Right.
I am training people on the Central Coast, in Sydney, around Australia, and I've also got London. I've got clients in London as well from my time in London. Also, I still have clients that referring me, and I've got a fantastic client base in the UK. So international.
This is Central Coast and hunter centric.
Mm-hmm.
Are the challenges different here from your perspective in finding clients and selling to clients than they are in the markets?
In terms of, I don't feel clients come to me as easily on the Central Coast. So they're almost frightened because they know I'm going to push them out of their comfort zone. For some reason, there seems to be a sort of a fear that holds the people I've met, not all of them, but there's this certain fear. And even though they're hungry, they seem a little bit more frightened to really step up and do what it takes. Once I have met them and they know what I do, and you build that connection and rapport, then of course I can coach them through that fear and teach them what they need to know to fly. It's just they're almost scared to come in.
You're not the first person to talk about, and actually Dave Abrams, current chair of Regional Development Australia, said that was one of our issues, was our comfort level.
Yeah, it is. It's you know, a lot of people on the Central Coast that I have met are really in a comfort zone, and you know, I've faced some big fears in my life, in my business. I had an amazing business in the eastern suburbs for 19 years, or for 12 years. And then I decided I wanted to go to and live in London. I didn't have any clients in London, and I was leaving an amazing business in Sydney. But I packed everything up and I moved to the other side of the world, and I had no clients whatsoever. That was massive, but it was a massive step out of my comfort zone. Within 2 weeks I had clients and I was off and racing. I had the most successful 12 months. My first 12 months was amazing.
We need an immigrant mentality, I think, in business, because you were an immigrant and landing in a new place with no clients.
Yes.
That takes...
I tell you what, you've got to go right. It's a belief in yourself. I think what I would like to see on the Central Coast is people truly realising the power of what they do and the power of what they sell, and not just thinking, oh, this is a job. It's not. For people who feel like what they do needs to be out in the marketplace and they're going to add massive value to the people that they work with, then you just do whatever it takes. You push yourself out there and you get mentors, and you have people around you that really support you and help you move forward way out of your comfort zone.
Is that about confidence then, or about the need?
Confidence, it's about your desire. From a business owner's point of view, what do you want in this world? What is your desire? What is your purpose? If you want to stay mediocre and just making enough money to live, then stay in your comfort zone. But remember, when you're in your comfort zone, all you are now is all you're ever going to be. And so it's a massive desire to be more, have more, play more, experience more. And with that, you have to take a few risks and step out of your comfort zone and go for it.
Okay. If we could have a tip from Rachel Burke, one that is going to apply to 98.6% of people who talk to you, you can say this with absolute confidence that it's true.
Yes.
What would you suggest that they do to improve the selling of themselves?
My tip is, if you believe that what you do is of value to the community and that other people desperately need what you do, then think about that and get very clear on the power of what you do. And so it's all about your belief in your value.
Yeah, so it's define your value to your customer or your potential customer.
It's actually define your value to yourself.
Okay.
It's all about yourself first. When you realise and you come to grips with and you appreciate how incredibly valuable what you do and who you are is, then you can step in and be a buyer's coach. So I know what I do. I know how I can help you. What is it that you need? It puts you in a place of confidence because you do know your stuff. You do know what you're talking about. You just sometimes forget to look at that and realise how powerful you are.
Cool.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.